I've gotten some more subscribers and a lot of views recently, for a channel of my small nature anyway. And a lot of the footage I've been using is from this game. This game is called Xenoblade Chronicles. I've had people in the comments ask me what this game is like or what is it. Well, first of all, this is a Nintendo Switch game. There's a Switch 2 version that apparently runs at 60 FPS. However, I don't feel like buying a Switch 2. And what's the game about? Well, basically, uh, there are these two giants that died fighting each other, and these giants are so big that they manage to form life on their own bodies. One giant is mechanical, and the other giant is biological and has biological life on it. And yeah, and throughout the game, you pretty much go on a journey and climb the giant and you fight a lot of monsters and robots and dinosaurs and a lot of other cool stuff. This game is very big. It takes a while to beat. That's why I'm playing it. Because right now I'm waiting for that Wolverine game to come out and Metal Gear Solid 4 to make a comeback to modern consoles. So to distract myself, I've just been playing a very long JRPG. How do characters work? Well, uh, basically, you explore places, and combat is automated. So you pick a party member, and you control that one party member, and the other two party members, they do their own thing. For the most part, their AI actually does work. Their AI does get the job done. Personally, I feel like what I would have preferred is that if the game used turn-based combat. But this combat system makes sense for the game because you got to also position yourself in the right place in order to do the most damage or to cause a status effect. If you're also new to this channel, you might be wondering why do I record with my phone. It's because I don't feel like getting a capture card and uploading from that capture card or whatever. I don't know. YouTube is not my job. I don't make money off this platform. And that's why I don't really put much effort into my videos. In fact, most of my videos don't get many views, so I don't really put any effort. Sometimes I'll just upload a video without no gameplay commentary. Like, I know how to upload from my PS5. Anyway, I'll show you the combat real quick. So you target an enemy, and then you have all these options right here that have certain status effects. Actually, I'll change to a better party member. I'll pick Shulk. You might actually recognize Shulk from the game Smash Brothers. And, alright. So there we go. We got Shulk, this other character, Dumban. He's a physical attacker. And then we got the magic user, Melia, over here. Just, her AI is acting up. She doesn't want to be on camera. Alright, so I'm going to target an enemy.
Right, let's do this. Make it a swift victory.
I expect nothing short of our very best.
Alright. So, as you might notice, the characters are just automatically attacking, right? And then I can pick one of these options down here to have them do a certain attack. For example, this attack called backslash, it will work. It will take the most effect behind an enemy.
We win, but we mustn't be careless.
But we cannot be reckless.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw this game's gameplay, I was not looking forward to it because I prefer having full control, But after a while, I figured out how to use it. And there's some other mechanics too, like how you can equip your armor with gems in order to have certain advantages. For example, I gave Shulk here double attack, so his automatic attacks will, have a higher chance of doing a double attack. I also increased his strength, confuse resistance, agility up, pierce resistance, and there's like a lot of gems. Like, look at all these gems. There are some problems with Xenoblade Chronicles. Even though the game is big for a reason, it can be a little too massive. And, like, for example, right, Red Dead Redemption 2, that game has a very big open world. But to make up for it, the game not only looks beautiful, but there's stuff that actually goes on in the open world. In Xenoblade Chronicles, a lot of the open space is mostly used for atmospheric value or to make you feel small, which is intentional. But there's not really much to do outside of fighting stuff and collecting items. Another problem is that the quest design in this game is outdated. A lot of the quests, you go up to an NPC and you talk to the NPC, and they'll usually want you to kill that monster or collect that item. And yeah, and just to show you, let's see. There are multiple areas in the game. I'm pretty much in the middle of the game. I've been playing this game since I was since 2015. Anyway, there's a lot of areas to explore. By the Bionis leg. That's the name of the giant that died fighting the Bionis. The other one is called Mechonis. And yeah, there's a lot of areas to explore. And outside of the game being too big for its own good, and outside of the fact that, side quests are very outdated, you just talk to an NPC who's not even really that developed, and you do a quest for them. This game has really great characters and story and music. And the combat's fun too. Another big problem though with the combat is that it's very easy to become overpowered. You see, you get experience points from just finding new areas or just doing a simple side quest. And here's the thing, if you're like 6 levels higher than an enemy, that enemy will usually not be able to hit you at all. Like, for example, that enemy right there is level 47. My party's level 48. But if I'm just over leveled just a little bit, I'll pretty much be able to wipe the floor with that enemy. Now, however, on the Switch version, there's actually this thing called Expert Mode. You go on Expert Mode, and it doesn't make the game It doesn't make the game harder. Like, it doesn't increase the enemy level, unfortunately. But you can lower the character's levels. And yeah, that will just help, nerf them. So, yep. Or you can actually make them overpowered. Oh my goodness. I haven't used that at all though. I rather just play the game naturally. But yeah, if you do grind too much, then this game will just become way too easy.